do.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to do that either.
No, go to the settings, take that shit off, delete it. You can delete it.
Well, I'm on it right now, but it's just like it's trying to go that route, but I don't want it to. I'm trying to
No,
send
I
it
say no.
backwards.
Yeah, no, y'all trying to get me. I'm trying to bring over information. I don't.
All right. Well, they kicked you off of there, so I guess it don't matter at this point.
Oh no, I mean you still can like go through the process. Cause I want you to get on there, bro. You got to get on there with me. 'Cause that's what
I'm
we
on
doing.
here. I'm just yeah, I gotta set up profile and stuff. But I was trying to see if it remember what I was doing when I was on my computer.
Mm. Oh yeah. Make sure you sign into the right channel.
Yeah, because I followed you, but I'm not seeing where you are now.
Ah, it says you started following me. I see that notification.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas Lee.
It's on the find friends thing.
Follow back.
There you go.
Nigga got a Palestine flag. Yeah, you gotta like post like a video or something, shit like that. They're gonna give you the live feature.
Mm. So TikTok is just all videos, huh?
Oh, you can post pictures and stuff too.
Uh, mm, it's got an old ass picture on there.
So,
Uh,
what's that like?
yeah, I
17?
don't know what this is. Profile views. Nah, what 2017? Talking about the picture? Might
Yeah,
be. Yeah, it might be.
that's around the time that we reconnected. We had the same. I was like, yo, you got the same hair.
Let's see. This username is crazy too. Can I change that
Yeah,
too?
yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah. That's all. Oh shit, we all live, bro. My bad. Hey, what's up, y'all? YouTube. Oh, we've been on this live the whole time. We all over here just talking
Yo,
bullshit. I forgot I started hitting record. I like did the countdown and everything. My
all
bad,
right,
guys.
here we go.
Yeah, I'm all chilling and shit. Let me share this. All right, we need some. No, we don't need guests yet, right? We chilling. We doing great where we are, right? Let's look at this. Oh, my bad, y'all. Watching me eat on camera. We bringing the real back to podcasting. All right, we just some.
Yeah,
We are people. Okay, that's
right.
it.
I'll mess with this TikTok stuff later.
Yeah.
Let's get the show on the road.
All right. Let me here. I gotta pull up the doc.
Hmm. September 22nd, first day of fall, equinox.
Divine alignment, man.
The energy is high.
Everything is happening the way it's supposed to.
Everything
You are
is
exactly where you're supposed to
always working out for your highest good.
be. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. You just gotta be there. Be the version of you that you need to be when you're in that moment.
It's a work of art. It's not easy, but it's simple when you break it down.
The perfect.
I am who I am, and that is enough.
Yes, I am at all, and that's enough. Right? Because I am. That's the basis of it. Everything else is shit. Icing on the cake, maybe.
Sure.
Project it.
Let's go ahead, cue the theme music. Get him in.
I got you. I was pulling my drone up. All right, let's get the media together.
Yeah. All right, all right. Thank you for joining us on our new episode 5 of Nothing New Under the Sun. I'm your host, T Squared.
It's your man God, baby.
And this is where we remember together that truth is eternal. Under the sun, there is nothing new, only wisdom waiting to be lived. All right. Before we jump into episode number 5, we're going to do a quick recap of the previous 4 episodes. Okay. So we're just going to take a look back for a moment. Episode 1, we uncovered the world's greatest problem. All right. It's not money, it's not politics, but identity. There's a lot of different things and labels to choose from. But why not choose from the greatest one? So we reminded ourselves that we are not separate, that you are one with God, one with the universe. Okay? So episode 2, we explored the law of resonance. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. So if what your frequency is that you're holding, be it high or low, positive or negative, that's what your reality will be shaped by. Episode 3, we looked at the law of reflection. So it's building off, each episode's building off the other. So your life is a mirror of your inner state. Pretty much goes back to the law of resonance. So the world doesn't lie, it reflects. So what you hold to be true is what you will be experiencing. Episode 4, we stepped into the law of choice. So life unfolds through decisions you make. So choice and authorship is the lever between life and death, blessing and cursing. So the choices, what you decide that you want to vibrate at today, be it angry or nice or whatever the case may be, but that's what you're going to get. But now episode 5 takes us deeper. deeper into the rhythm of giving and receiving. And this is the law of reciprocity. Okay. So we're doing the law of reciprocity today. This universal law says what you put out comes back, not as punishment, not as payment, but as a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in cryonics, output is the beginning of feedback. Just like you were saying on your live a little bit ago. Input, output. It's binary.
It is.
Ones and
So
zeros. Okay. You input, output. You put something in, you're gonna get something out. It's
right.
it's only giving out what you're putting in.
It's only giving out what you putting in. And it's only you only put in what you get out. Right. It's that that's it. You can't pull something from nothing. It has to be something there. But what's there is what you deem it to be.
Precisely. Now,
Right.
in the Hermetic teachings, they teach about the law of cause and effect, which is every action produces a result. Or we've heard in science that every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Mhm.
Same concept. In the Bible, Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Another verse, Luke chapter 6, verse 38. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Okay, these principles are simple but profound, and life echoes these very principles. What you give in thought, word, or deed returns multiplied. So let's before we get
Mhm.
down, I guess we can go into the breaking it down section. Let's go to the breaking it down section. First thing is
No, yeah.
about energy loops. All right. You want to go into this one?
Um. mm,
All right,
no,
keep
go ahead.
flowing.
No, okay, because
All right.
I talk a lot. That's why I want you to host, because I'll
Okay.
talk more. So
Mhm.
that's why I be intentionally being quiet, and I'm trying to be mindful of that. Like I know that like our cadence, we get into it. I start going, so I'm intentionally like, all right, chill. Let him like structure it, put us where we gotta go, and then I'll chime in with my energy. Like when I get that spark of like, oh yeah, I gotta shit. All right, then I'm going.
All right. Okay. That's cool. Let's keep flowing with it. All right. So
Start
breaking
off.
it down. All right. Breaking it down from what we just explained about law of reciprocity. Energy loops. When you give love, you create a loop that returns love. Okay. When you give fear, you create a loop that returns fear. Your intention is the blueprint of what comes back. And that's where a lot of us get hung up, right? Because we desire things to happen in such a way that when the universe, space, God begins working, because we're so detailed on what we may want to see happen, when things are happening, they may not appear as what we have thought, but things are always working out in your favor. So we have a tendency to miss things. And that can keep us in a loop of thinking that we're never going to get what we want, or the universe isn't working, looking out for us. But we got to stay open and stay on that vibration of what we initially set in order for things to manifest quickly and easily. Now, some things take time, but there will always be clues along the way if you're paying attention that
If
you
you're
are
present.
still going the correct direction. And you'll know that by how you feel.
Mhm. Yes.
You'll know that
You
by
see,
how you feel.
you see me getting excited over here.
Yes.
Yes. I get excited when there's a spark of revelation as you were talking, right? As we going over this part and we looking over like the loops. When you give love, you create a loop, right? That returns love.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing started with one, people don't know their identity. You don't know that you're the conscious creator, right? So you like when you are creating these loops of suffering or fear or whatever, it's one because you aren't, right? You aren't being in your identity. Then it
Mm-hmm.
was what was the second one? Was it mirror? Right? It was mirror choice. And it wasn't we doing reciprocity now.
Yeah, the law of resonance, reflection, and then choice.
Resonance, right? So it was identity, then resonance, right? In terms of that that focus between both thought and desire. So you can't just
Mm-hmm.
be right like thinking love or just like you can't just be giving love. You actually have to be you have to be open to give love and to receive love. That's that
Mm-hmm.
like that resonance, right? That what was it? What was the next one? Go ahead, right?
The law of reflection.
Law
That's
of
the mirror.
reflection. It right inside outside, right? So it's not again from your identity, knowing who you are, operating in resonance from that place of giving and openness, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then the reflection, always knowing that if what's showing up in the physical world isn't what you want, that it's a reflection of you, then what's the next one? Come on.
The law of choice. At
The
that
law of
point,
choice, choosing the energy loops that you want to create. The law of reciprocity. If you know who you are, if you're operating in resonance, right? If you are, damn it, Thomas,
if you are,
if you are operating resonance, if you are aware of the mirror principle, right? If you are aware that if the outside world isn't the outside world is only reflecting that which you are projecting out, meaning that after you become aware, after you achieve resonance in terms of thought and desire, who you want to be, and open and giving and receiving, after you have made the like what is it? After you have realized and not place the blame on the external world, it's on me, right? And then you made the choice. Now you're making the choice to create the loops that you want to create. And the law
mm-hmm.
of reciprocity is it's all from you. It's all giving you, it's all leading back to you. You are the creator of this environment, of this situation, through your identity, through resonance, through the mirror principle. Like there's only what's going to be seen and going to be experienced is only what's coming from inside of you. There's nothing else to be experienced. There's only I am.
Precisely.
The loop is it's you, right? And if you can become if you can identify that, yeah.
And that's the beauty of it. I know it's a hard thing to swallow, and we talk about this a lot, but we've shifted our power to things external and made other things and other people responsible for that. So
Mm-hmm.
it takes a level of like, yeah, you ain't got to beat yourself up about it. Just coming to the realization that nobody's coming to change your reality or save you but you. So any thoughts or ideas of that happening? Now there are people who you meet along your journey because of what you've desired that
Mm-hmm.
come to help you along the way, share information, whatever the case may be. But it is still up to you on how you digest that and implement that into your experience. So the next
That's it.
thing on the breakdown, we got spiritual witness, right? Jesus taught reciprocity in farming language, sowing and
Mm.
reaping. No farmer is surprised when wheat comes from wheat. So why are we surprised when bitterness brings bitterness or kindness brings kindness? Like if that's what you're dishing out, you can expect to get a serving of it back.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You, that's it. Don't you can't expect nothing else.
Mm, but
If you're expecting something different, then you're definitely just not living in alignment with how things truly work. It's like that is the definition that they call of insanity.
Uh,
Doing
well,
doing things in the same manner, expecting different results. Like it just will never be. You have to give or do or be something different to get or receive something different.
my excitement comes from realizing that most people think that they can fake who they are, though.
But that's
Right. So
that's
that's
why we go through those things, like even that inauthenticity. That's why you feel the way you feel. You can do that for a while, sure, but you know how you feel about it, and
well. So
it's not gonna last long.
it's not, and then the other side of it is that like people will think that they can pass off passive aggressive as nice. They can pass off. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they're like and it comes from the same thing. It all goes back to that same process. Like you are operating in your identity. You don't realize that it's a mirror. It's not like just what you say. It's not just what you think. Like it's actually what you putting out. Your energy.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to think that. So when you get that back, they're like, oh, like I didn't do nothing.
Oh no, no, you
What
did.
was the thing? What did you just start? True scriptural witness, right? I thought it said awareness at first, but it was just talking about. I thought it was just being aware, right, of that which like you aren't surprised at what you're giving out. You aren't aware of what you're planting. You aren't aware of that your energy state because that lack of identity, because you don't understand resonance, that it can't just be I'm thinking nice. You got to be actually feeling nice. You don't understand the law of like the mirror reflection. That if you not receiving that back, it's probably because you're not giving it out. It's not somebody else. Like it's
Mhm.
you're not giving that out, right? And then we all have to be able to be that way. To be all right. Well, are you giving that out? And then again, the choices and then the reciprocity. It that it's going to pay back from what you put out. So again, if you get in that, that's what you put out. You bought that.
And it's what it is because there's a lot of conformity. So there's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of inauthenticity going around. So you're not even operating in your true identity.
Mm-hmm. But
So
we already established that.
right,
Like the number one problem is the identity crisis. So we
right.
already know most people aren't operating in their right identity. So that's the issue. And then the connection between the forming is that when you're not operating out your right identity, you thinking you planting one thing. You're not aware of what you're planting. You don't even know.
hmm You got to be patient for the crop to grow. It takes some time. All right, but now the other thing in breaking it down, right? The higher truth about reciprocity, right? Reciprocity isn't karma or punishment. It's not that. It's a creation as feedback. The universe is always teaching us by reflecting our output back to us on how to get back in alignment with your true self. Because if you don't like what you see, you have to change the way you feel
You
about
can
it.
change it. Change it.
But the only thing we get stuck on trying to change things on the outside. Well, I'm gonna make this work. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna tweak this, and I'm gonna do this. No, no, no. And that's where we got tricked at. When you lost that identity of knowing that you were first pure positive energy before you came into this physical body, and that part of you still exists on every level. That is what you are, and that's where you come from, and that's where you return.
You
There's just a small
you've been
fractal of you that has manifested into physical form that is this body.
But you've been like you've spent most of your time convincing yourself that you aren't spiritual. You've had to spend like more time like you have to spend more time in your head dismissing yourself. I'm like, nah, man, that ain't. Nah,
Yeah,
that ain't.
because of
Ah,
because of society and things that we've been taught and things that we've heard that we hold on to, things that we ignore internally.
Honest
We know
truths.
we feel,
Like
but
I don't
somebody's
like
like,
this.
yeah, nah, I don't. Nah, that's not right.
That's like going to work. For like right now, the current way of the system makes no sense. You going to work is of less benefit to you and your family than it is to everybody else. It's more benefit to your boss. It's more benefit to the company. It's more benefit to the government. It's more benefit to the banks. It's more benefit to the bill collectors. It is more beneficial for you to go out and expend all of your like all of your life's force, energy, doing something you don't even want to be able to do something that you don't even want to be able to do except live. And you don't need to do any of that to do that. To live in the system that they created that you're so uncomfortable in, you have to do these things. But for you to live in the system that the creator created, you don't have to do anything except be present. But you've been convincing yourself, no, that don't make sense. That's not how it works. You got to go to work. You got to make money. You got to do something. You've been convincing yourself that that's what it is. And because you've convinced yourself so much of that, because you're so definite that that's what it is, before it used to be like, well, maybe you used to have hopes and dreams and it was different possibilities. It was when you stop having hopes and dreams.
Because most of the people you run into are like, oh, yeah, you got it. That's what you got to do. But I think that subject in itself is something that we'll get to eventually. Just not right now, but even that within that system, within all systems, there's another way to do it. You just have to learn the other way. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But there are other things, other ways, other advantages in which you can position yourself even within that. Once you know who you are, you can restructure that and proceed differently. But wrapping up the breaking it down section, you got the energy loops, the spiritual witness, and the higher truths. So every thing you see, first of all, it's old news, but it's just a manifestation of previous desires. So it's just reflecting back what we've asked for. It may not look exactly what we asked for, and that's why a lot of times we reject it once it comes. But it's what you asked for. It's what you were putting out. There's just no way around it.
But that's how
If you
do
want
we
if you want to reclaim your power, you have to come into an acceptance of that and then do something about it. Not physically, but here, because that's where it all starts. It all starts with a thought. You got to do a little different.
I'm over here. I'm trying to multitask. I'm always trying to multitask. That's my ADHD.
that's your superpower. Say that.
It is. No, it is, bro. That's
all right. Practical application on these, right? So how do we work with the law of reciprocity, right? How do we work with it? I know we kind of went over some things, but we're going to give you some additional things that you can try, right? So check your seed, right? Ask yourself, what am I sowing with my words, thoughts, and actions? What am I sowing with my words, thoughts, and actions? Because they all go together. Aware, choose, act. That's what my mother say.
Yeah,
what am I sowing with my words? Aware, thoughts, choosing, and actions. Were you acting?
Aware, choose, act. There's only thought, desire, and possibility of experience. So thought plus desire equals the manifestation of experience. You, as an I am, are a combination of your current thoughts and desires, emotional state, expressed or unexpressed, of yourself. That is your identity. Your identity is your thoughts and emotions, right? So thoughts, emotions, and then the manifestation, the experience. Your experience is controlled by your current state of being, which is your thoughts and desires. So, what are you sowing? What are you creating through your current state of being? Right? We know that consciousness is the projection. We know that like the attractive force. What you're putting out is your I am. What you're receiving is your I am. And if you can be the primary, the final authority over what that is, indefiniteness, in presence, you can manifest experiences that you want of your own definition. The law of reciprocity. What is it?
Reciprocity.
Reciprocity. God, the law of reciprocity, right? The law of reciprocity is that. Oh, I ain't adding no Jones. What's going on? So the law of reciprocity is that if that's what you are, you will attract that. Now, how much of that can you be in this moment? There's always scales. You can be a little bit of that, or you can be that fully embodied. And that full embodied version of you that is resonating at that frequency will attract a fully embodied experience of that frequency. But if it's not fully embodied, if you just kinda in a good mood, it's gonna be a kinda okay experience. But if you can fully embody that I am right now, I am that I am all the way. That's who I am. That's my identity. Everything that comes along with it, everything that goes with that identity, I'm with it. That's the journey of becoming. But that's the power of I am.
It's beautiful.
Man.
And the next thing, after you check your seed, what am I sowing with my words, thoughts, and actions? Next thing is give intentionally. Practice generosity, not just with money, but with time, attention, and encouragement. Again, what you put out, you'll get back. Even when it comes to money. I remember Reverend Knight. Oh man, I love Reverend Knight.
Yeah.
He gave the word in a different manner. He put you in that place, in that seat, to let you know that you're not far from. Even when it came to money, any money that I use, generated, circulate, comes back to me in increasing quantities for increase and enjoyment. Like, you don't have to be angry or upset when you pay your bills. Money is energy, just like happiness is energy, and sadness is energy. Money has a currency too, and if your relationship with it is not so great, then things in that area are not going to be so great. It's just not.
Again, it goes back to that same principle. I'm trying to multitask, but it goes back to that same principle, right? There's no way you can be claiming abundance and you aren't acting abundance from a place of abundance. There's no way you can be seeking generosity in the world when you aren't generous, when you are holding on, when you are restricted, when you are tight. Right? That's not how it works. So understanding that is like, hey, if you were abundant, you wouldn't be holding on to the money. You wouldn't be thinking about it that way, right? Like if that was your state of being, you'd be like, oh no, here, go ahead, do your thing, right? Like that ain't about nothing.
Now we got to be wise. We don't want to give it all out, and they ain't have nothing left. But you have to have a better relationship with that. And the other thing is watch the harvest, right? Pay attention to what comes out, what comes back. It's showing you what you've been planting. That's that awareness. That's that seeing what shows up, what manifests, right? Because even if what you've manifested still is not what you want, in that immediate instant, you, in the vibrational reality that exists beyond what you can see, have manifested what you truly want. And it's waiting for you to align up with it.
Well, yes, even more so what you manifested is what you wanted. Right? Like it's what you wanted. It's just you didn't really want that. You were trying to rationalize. So many times we will add a just to our request.
Yeah.
If I could just get a job that pay enough of my like pay me enough, if I could just get through school, if I could just get through this month, and you
Mhm.
do this that, and then you like, damn. And then when you realize there's more, you could have asked for more than just. You like,
Right.
man, why you ain't?
Right.
You was the one settling. You ain't really want that. You
Yes.
just was scared to ask for what you really wanted. So it's not
Mhm.
that you didn't want this. It's just that like it's not what you really, really wanted. It's what you. It's the only thing you thought you could get.
Right. So here's a pro tip, right? And this is something you can start doing today, like right now. If you want more of something, give more of it. You want love? Be loving. You want peace? Be peace. You want abundance? Practice gratitude and generosity. You can't get it without giving it. It just doesn't work that way. Otherwise, you would be a taker. And the universe doesn't work that way. It's always been give and receive.
Mm-hmm.
It's always an exchange. It's never just one way.
Well, it's one way, and it's no, it's not, and that's the thing.
It's never been one way.
It's not. The universe gives you space. You give the universe observation. Without the space to exist, there's
And we
nothing
have
to
a lot
exist.
to be thankful for. Like if you got a lot to be thankful for. Just the normal faculties of yourself. Not even the things. Forget the things. You can breathe. You can move your arms. You can see. For those who can see, you can hear. You can feel things. You can smell things. Start there. If everything out looks a little meek and dark, it's an easy way to get the train rolling. The higher vibration going. Just being grateful for the small things, the little things that we overlook, that we take for granted. Because we're looking for something so grandiose. But
Mm-hmm.
there's so many things that you can be grateful for in an instant. Even if you stub your toe, sitting at a red light. Like it might have been an accident up the road. Like you never know. Just everything's working out in your favor. It's divine timing, not your time. So in closing, right? As always, the law of reciprocity is not new. It is as old as creation itself. That's how everything became into being. So, from the Hermetic scrolls to the words of Jesus, the message has been the same. What you give, you receive. What you sow, you reap. So, this week, we invite you to live as a conscious sower. It's going to require you to slow down. I know the world's so fast paced and we got to go, go, go. But in order for you to be a conscious sower, you have to be conscious of what you are putting out. Can't just be going around all haphazardly, just shooting out sparks here, sparks there. Eventually, something might catch fire.
You can, but that's not what you want.
Right. So
you
that's why you
you
want to
could
be
do whatever
conscious.
you could do whatever you want, or you are creating. I wrote something, bro, yesterday. You are the creator of your life, right? It's just whether or not you are doing it consciously or unconsciously. That's the question. The question are you creating consciously or unconsciously? It's not a matter of if you're the creator of your life. You are.
Right.
Are you doing it intentionally, or is your life just a haphazard of whatever you've been taught and just going about it?
So, man, it's. I think it's all intentional off of our level of understanding, and that's where I think a lot of our control is lost because we don't have the proper understanding. So yeah, there's a
What's lesson one?
identity. And I know we pretty much touch on it every episode because that's the core of being able to direct your life in the way and in the fashion that you actually desire. Staying true to your original self, because you were source energy first. Then you became a son or daughter, and then you became a dad or a mom, and then you became this person who worked at this job. But we stuck all the way out here on those other things. This first identity, that is who you are at your core. Those other things are just add-ons. You can delete them at any time. But what you cannot remove is where you originally came from. That will never go away, ever. So why not choose to operate from your highest level, your highest title, not the lower ones? They are limited in power and in thinking and in creation. So, being a conscious sower, plant good seeds with your thoughts, plant good seeds with your choices, plant good seeds with your love. Because the harvest always comes, and it's always comes multiplied. Always comes multiplied. So, as we wrap up, this has been Nothing New Under the Sun. Okay. I'm T Squared.
I'm your man, God, baby.
And we are reminding you, right, that God and you are one. The universe and you are one. Remember who you are. Create the life that you want. Peace.
You are the creator's most creative creation. That's my shit.
Yes.
Yeah.